Hello friends, welcome to my channel Ideas for GD. Today we'll discuss about gender gap. In the latest Global Gender Gap Report 2022 published by World Economic Forum, in which India ranked 135th out of 146 countries. So this is a very poor rank. Out of 146 countries, India got 135th rank. So there is a huge gender gap in India as per the rank provided to our country by the World Economic Forum. So now we will discuss the reason for the gender gap in India. The reports the report by which we got the rank by World Economic Forum, that is 135th out of 146 countries, is based on the four key dimensions. The first is economic participation and opportunity, in which India got 143rd rank. Second is education attainment, in which India got 107th rank. Third is health and survival, in which India got 146th rank. And the fourth one is political empowerment, in which India got 48th rank. So we can see that there is a huge gap in different sectors in which India is lagging in terms of gender gap closeness. So there are various reasons, out of which, on the basis of what the rank is given, we have discussed, and there are various reasons in due to which gender gap is still in our country. The first one is gender norms are believed and strongly endorsed by many people in India. Like, as we can we most of the time we say that this work is can only be done by men, that work can only be done by men, or like that. So due to this, many opportunities are not grabbed by women in our country, and we only focus that that work should be only done by men. So this thing should be changed by our people, by our we have to change our mindset in this thing, and we have to treat every gender like men, women, to be equal in doing any type of work. So no biasness mindset will improve this gender gap in our country. And by changing our mindset, we can give the equal opportunity to men and women in every sector of our country. So this will improve the gender gap. And some families, we can see that in some families people think that the basic education is enough for girls. As we have seen that many families, we can see that the boy children going to schools, but the girl children are not going to school. They are kept, their parents kept them in home to and make them learn and make them work in household chores like kitchen works or household works. So this is also a thinking due to which gender gap is increased. Okay, and many times we can see that uh, parents do not treat their girl child and boy child alike. They treat differently, and in different field, uh, boy and girl childs are treated differently. Like, if we take an example of the wishes of their child and boy child, it is generally observed that the boy's wishes is fulfilled immediately and the girl wish is not fulfilled, it is delay. And if you talk about education, boy child goes to some good school or reputed school or private school like that, and girl child are sent to a government school in which the education is not proper. And in some cases we can see that boys are going to schools and girls are working in homes to learn their household chores. So this is also a reason for gender gap. And the next is the women reservation bill that seeks to reserve one third of this all seats for women in Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies. This has been pending since 2008. So, this shows that we are not serious to bridge the gap between the gender gap. This shows that our seriousness, that we are not serious in improving the gender gap in our country. So, not only the common people are having the same mindset in higher level in government, also the people are in the same mindset that they don't want to close the gender gap in our country. And one other thing is that the common middle class people don't encourage their girl child to become a politician, to go into politics. This is also one of the reason. If women go to politics, they will take decision independently and make some changes in our country. Now we'll talk about how to close the gender gap. The steps should be taken to educate all the girl children. Government should provide some incentive to the girls to pursue higher education in our country. That will also lead to close the gender gap in our country. Women should be encouraged to get into politics. As we know that common middle class people don't encourage their children or girl children to go into politics. They should be encouraged so that they can get into politics and take the major decisions for the country. The societal attitudes towards gender roles should be changed. As we have discussed that any particular job, our mindset is that any particular job is fixed for men and that could only be done by men only. So this mindset should be changed so that everyone can get the equal opportunity for the same job roles. This will help in closing the gap, closing the gender gap. The next thing is that the paternity leave should be compulsory in every companies. Like we know that the only the maternity leaves are provided by many companies to take care of the newborn by the women. So paternity leave should also be provided, should be made compulsory in all the companies. This will help in making the good bond between the father and the newborn, and this will also help the mother of the newborn in in getting help from the father. As we can imagine that during the maternity time, girls get the maternity leave and boy don't. I mean, husband don't get the paternity leave. Due to that, they have to they have get overburdened by taking care of their newborn child as well as the household chores. They have to work in home also, as well as she has to take care of the newborn child. If paternity leave will be given to the husband also, he will help his wife uh, in household chores as well as he can take care of the newborn child also. The steps to be taken to help women in getting jobs in the formal sectors. As we know that the girls, the women who are in job, many of the women are in informal sector, due to which they are not abided in the labor laws. So so to encourage them to work in formal sectors so that they can get all the benefits of the government rules like labor laws, so that they will get a good standard of their life and get the good salary that is fixed by the government and as per the labor laws. And in the COVID pandemic, it was seen that many job losses happened that time. And the people, the women who were in the formal sector, due to the loss of the jobs, they had come they come into the informal sectors, and they are not provided the basic facilities which comes under the labor laws. So we have to encourage our female gender to get into the formal sector, formal jobs. In general, people tend to be drawn to those who are like them. So people who hire other employees, they may bias with the employees. So a bias training should be provided to everyone who is hiring the employees, so that they can prevent from biasness and get and he will give the equal opportunity for men and women to get the job and select on that basis only. The next thing is that in Iceland, the Iceland ranked first in Gender Gap Index 2022, and it is maintaining its first rank from last 13 years in the first place. It is maintaining its rank first from last 13 years. So the country closed 90% of the gender gap in this time. So every country should study the best practices what they did in their country, and try to implement that which is suitable in our country for the society. So this is the steps that should be taken for our country to close the gender gap. And now we want to give conclusion. Like India got 135th rank out of 146 countries in gender gap. So there are a lot of steps to be taken by the government, as well as we have to change our mindset also to close or to bridge the gender gap in our country. So that's it from my side. Thank you. If you like the content, then please like the video and subscribe my channel. Thanks.